kids, here we are. Good morning. Here's last night's brownies. And where are we? We're at the cabin, and here's where meals are served. And this is just fascinating. Honey's had this place since 1998. This is the first guy that ever hiked the Appalachian Trail right here, Earl Schaefer. Here.
And this is her, Honey.
Oh, that's Honey.
I bet that's her husband.
Is that her husband, or was that one her husband?
Because this was a while back.
Yeah, a while
He
back.
just died 3 years ago. So.
All right, all right. And then all kinds of AT memorabilia here. Very exciting. Dinner last night was great. All right, kids, here we are. We're leaving the cabin, and we're on our way to South Arm Road. And once again, we're tense, like fellas on June 6, 1944, on their way to Normandy. We're kind of like that. We're ready for whatever's coming. And here we are. Our driver is Rusty.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Now, Rusty, how did you get here to this place?
Well, I hiked in 2019 and I started late, and when I was also a slow hiker, so when I got up here it was late October, so I flipped and did Maine southbound. By the time I got here it was November, and Miss Honey cooks good and her house is warm, so I stayed for a while, and then I ended up not being able to finish that year, so I came back and finished, and I don't know, we became friends, and I decided to stay and help with the hikers. So.
All right, now you met somebody awfully special on the trail, didn't you?
I did.
And who was that?
Swan.
Swan?
Yes.
Yeah, and where did you guys meet?
We met in Maryland, so...
Do you remember specifically where?
It was a park. It was a state park. I can't remember the name of it.
Gapeland?
No. I don't remember the name of the park. I'd have to look at it on a map, but
all right.
We became, we started dating in Port Clinton.
Did you know, like, at once?
No, I thought he was a section hiker, and I was like, oh, that's cool, he's a section hiker, but, we sat down and talked and realized we were both going north and everything, and we kind of, leapfrogged for a while, and then, I don't know, there was a spark, and we had, our first date was so cute. We did a slack pack, and it started at a waterfall that we, bathed in together, and then it ended at a ice cream shop, so it was, the perfect through hikers.
That's wonderful. Yeah, most dates start at the ice cream shop and then end the next morning bathing together. Those first dates. That's really terrific. All right, so you guys got married when?
February 2nd, 2020, just before the pandemic.
All right.
Yep.
And where did that happen?
Georgia.
In Georgia.
Yeah.
All right. And so what are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for this beautiful view that I get to see every day. And I'm grateful to be talking to a bunch of hikers.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rusty. God bless you. Have a great day.
You too.
Morning, kids. Bone Spur, the Appalachian, coming to you on the climb out of South Arm Road. Of course, we woke up this morning at the cabin hostel, and Rusty gave us a ride in. Lots of trail magic happening. She gave away pancakes to thru hikers, which is lovely. So what we're doing today is our second favorite word in thru hiking. Of course, our first favorite word being zero, and the second favorite word being slackpack. Yes, we're going southbound, slackpack, which I like. Do you like that?
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely like that. And that's what we're doing. But here's the thing. Hurricane Henri is coming. It's brewing. It's hitting New England, first direct hit hurricane supposedly in 30 years. And we're just ahead of it. And so right now, I haven't felt humidity like this since Pooh and I lived in Miami and it would be 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday morning, going to Doral to play golf, and the lawn was still all wet. And because that's the way I feel right now, because it's tropical, and we're in southern Maine and it's tropical. So go figure. That'll probably change pretty quick. So what we want to do is we came up with a whole new plan. Even though Bone Spur stayed up all night, like cooking up a new plan, contacting shuttle people, getting hotels arranged and what have you. That plan blew up this morning when I talked to Hopper, and she came up with a much better plan. And so the Bone Spur Vortex is adaptable and is also into the better plan big time. So that's where we're at. Yeah, uphill, 10 miles, and we'll see you down the trail.
Are these slippery?
Mountain staples.
Mountain staples.
Remember to, you kind of heel toe it.
Okay, still? Okay.
I think so.
I guess I don't even use these at all.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, here we go. To begin with. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Okay. Here I go. No, I'm not doing it.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Coming down the staples.
Alright.
Huh. Well, another myth overcome. They say don't talk about religion and politics on the AT with other hikers. But Somewhere and I, for the last hour and a half, discussed both religion and politics, and nothing bad happened. Except she stabbed me with the hiking pole. But other than that, it's just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, trail's not so bad. We're on a 1,000-foot climb. Hadn't been super steep anywhere. And the tread's nice. It's just really hot. Really steamy. Haven't felt like this since Connecticut or Massachusetts. And yeah, just really sweating. And got some bad news. My deodorant failed. Little viewpoint up here on our way up. Nice. All right, here's some steps. It's quite a climb on a day like this. It's my towel is literally wringing wet. I'm wringing it out from sweat. And I mean, at home, I'm never this hot. It's the humidity for sure. It truly is not the heat; it's the humidity, and so it goes. We're watching videos with people talking about the weather's like watching paint dry. So I appreciate your hanging on here, because that's all I got right now is the weather. All right, it's after 1. Just had lunch at this shelter, and it's hot. Got 6 miles to go, so got a little uphill. Actually, got a 500-footer, and that'll top us out, and then it's kind of across a ridge and then down. And hopefully we can find some water. It says 100 yards to the west, but I'm not sure. And somewhere, what do you think of our status right now?
Well, we've done a lot of the high climbs, so after this one climb, I'm hoping it's going to be an easy trail.
Yeah. So hopefully the down doesn't look too steep, which is a problem when it is too steep. But and the weather, yeah, it's just some kind of big puffy clouds
hot.
sort of coming. Boy, it's just humid. And I'm getting texts from people that we got from Shortstop sent me one wishing us well, regarding the Hurricane Henri that's on its way. And I kind of wish it would come to, blow all this air out of here, really.
It's so hot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool after that, hopefully. My sister sent something, and yeah. So, but the reports of a downpour in Maine to this point are greatly exaggerated. So, this is Bone Spur with your 1:30 p.m. Saturday humidity weather report. Thank you. Now we will return to our regular programming. Here we are out on the trail, and I meet a friend here, and we won't say how we're friends, but we are friends. And yeah, what's your name, sir?
GUYDOT.
GUYDOT, and that's because his father and mother?
No, grandfather.
His grandfather, grandmother. That's what their license plate said, Guy and...
My grandfather was one of the first people to walk the trail.
Oh, was that right? What was his name?
Guy Peterson.
Okay, and he's like an Earl Schaefer and all that?
Yeah, he's back in that day.
Oh, wow.
When he was, he always had this camp.
Yeah.
So he's always been around the trail.
So Honey probably knows you.
Yeah, you know Honey?
Honey that has the cabin.
Marge, who owns the cabin?
No, I know her husband.
Okay, her husband passed away, but yeah.
Oh,
sure.
did he?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
few years ago. Yeah,
Geez,
yeah.
that's too bad.
But she's 89, still runs the deal.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, well, tell me, you did the trail in 1998.
Yeah.
And what has changed on the Appalachian Trail?
Not a hell of a lot.
Is it very similar?
It's gotten harder.
Has it? All right.
Or have I gotten older?
No, that
Maybe
could
I've
be
gotten
too.
older.
Yeah.
No, it's seems about the same.
Okay.
I mean, it hasn't changed in 40, 50 years. It ain't going to change.
Yeah.
They do some relocations.
You're right.
And that makes it longer. Like when I hiked, it was 2,168 miles. And now it's like 2,215 miles.
2,193.1.
Is that what it is?
But who's counting?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just what I say. Usually I have it right down to a second.
Yeah, right. All right, do you have any advice for us?
Take it easy and enjoy it.
All right.
Enjoy the time.
Good.
Don't
good.
feel like you got destination. There's no destination.
All right.
Just slow and easy wins the race.
Beautiful. And here's our friend Helene.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm great.
So what are you
I'm
doing out
great.
here today?
We're just training for the 100 mile. Well, I'm training for the 100 mile.
Okay.
And I'm lucky enough to have him along with me. So,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Good. You've got a
Yeah.
real experienced hiker with you
Yeah,
here today.
that's for sure.
All right, guys, you've been great sports. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well,
and
enjoy.
have a great
Yeah.
day. Thank you. All right. Here's the current difficulty. Echo. Nice echo, but yeah, we're at the place where we're supposed to call and there's no service. So what do? I guess we got to go down and see if we get service somewhere. What do you think, somewhere?
I think that's what we're going to do
We'll see if we get service somewhere. Somewhere?
on the next pinnacle.
All right.
Okay.
That'll be the somewhere. All right, here goes. All right. Surplus pond. No service here either. Yeah, Bone Spur here, the Appalachian. And something I forgot to mention last night, and it was really a blast, was at the hostel, at the cabin, they have 2 guitars. And CARJACK is quite a guitar player singer. And so she and I jammed. Well, first we did at the Outfitter in Bethel the other day, and then she just played, and I played. We kind of went back and forth. The last night we had 2 guitars. So she did some stuff. She did some Lucinda Williams. She did some Jackson Brown. She did some Neil Young. And then I played lead, kind of on top of that. and then we switched, and I did Angel from Montgomery, and I did I can't remember what else, and I did Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show, and then she played also, you know, along with me. So it was really a blast, and it was good for me because I haven't hardly played now since, you know, certainly since I came out here, and not much this year, and my calluses were going, and my chops are definitely going. But last night I kind of felt like a guitar player again, which was nice, and because that's definitely part of what I do. And so being out here on the trail has really kind of rekindled my love for that. And in fact, I've got some song ideas, and I'm already talking to my producer about that. So we'll see what happens with that going forward. I think I'd like to make some new recordings here. Don't tell Pooh. Don't tell Pooh. But I think I might like to do that, and kind of in the Americana genre. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, thanks to CARJACK for jamming, and thanks to everybody that sat there and listened, and they really enjoyed it. And yeah, so music, man, it's one of those things that, you know, it's one of those ties that bind us. You know, here's somebody from Boston, somebody from San Antonio, and all these people from around the country kind of get together, you know, kind of encircled or within or surrounding the song, you know. And, you know, it's something that I've experienced a lot through my life. You know, geez, I've been playing out in front of people for nearly 50 years. So, yeah, so it's important to me. And I've been doing the Christian music thing here for the last 20 years. And I'd kind of like to get back to the Americana thing a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, that's my thought for the moment. Rock on, Christian soldiers, is what I like to say. Rock on. So better get down to where the shuttle driver's getting us. Hey, Reset. How you been doing, buddy?
Been doing awesome. Even better now that I see you.
I know. Have you been doing any Appalachianing?
Yeah, actually a little bit. Yeah, here
good.
and there. Probably not as well as you have.
Well, not as well as the two of us together, and
true.
Nor have I. But man, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, brother.
Yeah. All right, kids. Here we are at the cabin with Honey and the whole crew. Look at this. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Gee, I wish I was in my tent eating some ramen now. Wouldn't that be fun? Waiting for the hurricane to come. That would be so much fun. All right, kids. It's that's about a month and a half later. It's about October 7th, I guess. And recording this video. I'm in Bennington, Vermont. The day you just watched, that was August 21st, I think. And so since then, we did the rest of Maine and started making our way south. And I dropped somewhere off yesterday at a campground to meet her husband so that she can do Vermont. And I'm on my way south. So I'm going to make a couple stops on my way to Baltimore to my sister's, where Pooh is coming and going to meet me for a couple days. And I'm off to Harper's Ferry, and then I'm headed south. But I realized that I didn't do a recap video that day. And the day of the video we just watched. And at the cabin, spent several days at the cabin, which is a classic hostel. Honey, who owns the place, 89 years old. You know, every AT legend has been through there. And it was really a terrific spot. The bunk room was a little smelly. But other than that, it was great. And great slack packing out of there. And that's what we did that day. We did a southbound 10-mile slack pack. Very humid and hot. The rain never developed out of that hurricane, fortunately. Maine was kind of in a drought this year. And it didn't rain till, I guess, the end of September, which we participated in. But as far as then, no. It was just hot. And we went southbound, and it was a decent day all around. So sort of nondescript, but nice. You know, the main action is coming. You know, and there's a lot of action in Maine. That'll be coming up in the next series of videos. We spent a long time in Maine, and It's really nice. I'm wearing my Maine shirt that they gave me at the Maine Roadhouse. So that's it. More later. And may your eyes be filled with wonders. May your heart be full of joy. May your footsteps be firm as you walk with God. Amen.